Brilliant. Okay. All right. So what was your biggest problem before you joined the collective, the group coaching?
My biggest problem was lack of exercise, lack of understanding my nutrition, and doing fad diets that never worked. It's we all jump on the bandwagon of, we'll do, what's it, Juice Plus or whatever, or Slimming World or Weight Watchers, and you follow that because you think that works, and it does. You lose weight, and that's absolutely fantastic. But then you stop, and all of a sudden, all the weight piles on, plus more, and you're back to where you were, even worse than where you were when you started it. And I know that doesn't happen overnight, and it can take 3 or 4 years potentially to put it all back on, plus more. But for me, it was learning that my nutrition is very important, my water is important, my sleep is important. And now I feel that I have a process, and I'm not calling it a diet because it's not a diet. Unlike Slimming World, which is a diet, this isn't a diet. This for me is maintaining my healthy habits, and knowing that I can have bad days, and I can go out and I can eat 3,000 calories if I want. Whereas on Slimming World and Weight Watchers, everything beforehand was very much like, have free food, have sins, have points. Life isn't like that. Sins is wrong. No, it's not. It's everyday life you need to live.
Yeah, good. Okay. What results have you gotten from the program, from the coaching?
A greater understanding of my diet, a greater understanding of how my body works, how the calories are important, and just by slightly reducing them and creating more meat, as in doing exercise, dancing. When I've got 5 minutes dancing, and this sounds really daft, but even when I'm training, it's about stepping when my co-deliverer is actually delivering and I'm not having to speak, and because I'm on mute so they can't even hear me marching on the spot. And it's just keeping that. And I've set my fitness tracker just to alert me every 30 minutes if I haven't moved, just to jog me to move, so I get that little bit of movement. So for me, it's just been so much. It has been the knowledge for me.
Good. And what about physical results?
Wow. Well, I have lost a substantial amount of weight. It's just incredible. It's incredible. I started with you in January doing a 5-day reset before I joined the collective. And I'd lost a little bit of weight before then, despite lockdown and everything. And that's probably one of my biggest achievements. Despite lockdown, I've still been able to do this. But so since January, I believe, I would need to double check, but I believe that I have lost around 1.5 stone, if not more. I'm sure you will tell me my exact amount, but I'm sure it's around 1.5 stone, which to me is sustainable and maintainable, because it's that almost that pound a week or half a pound a week, which keeps it maintainable, and your body adjusts so it knows to keep it off, rather than like really big weight loss.
Yeah.
My other thing is, my biggest change is actually my face. My face has gone much thinner.
You look totally different.
I don't look like I'm, like the Marshmallow Man or whatever, from is it Michelin Man?
Oh.
And I've actually lost centimeters everywhere, which has just been amazing.
I mean, since excluding the 5-day reset challenge that you did, from the start of the coaching program to now, is 1 stone and 11 pounds.
That's even more than I thought. Oh my God, that's amazing.
So I don't know what it was before you started the challenge, the 5-day challenge, 5-day reset, but what I like about the fact with your answer is that you don't even know and you don't even care, because you're just getting the progress and it's just coming.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Like
the
I
be
say,
all and
I
the
thought
end
it was
all, is
about
it?
2 seconds, and I can tell you. So I've just got my little book that I've literally jot everything in. And so I started at the beginning of the year on 18 stone 2.5 pounds, which is 115.3 kilograms.
Yep, that's
And
what
then
I've got you on here, 115.3 when you started.
and then I weighed this morning, and I was 103.9.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
was.
what I've got in that's what I've got in the app. So that's
Yeah.
11.4 kilos, 1 stone and 11.2 pounds.
That is just it's if you I do everything by trying to equate it to something that it looks like. And when you think pounds of sugar, like I'm going to go and get a kilogram of sugar, which is 2.2 pounds, that's just like crazy amount of bags. I would never even carry that back from the supermarket, and yet I've been carrying that on my body for years.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Good. Well, you've done amazing. Right. What exactly did you like the most about your time during the 12 weeks?
The accountability. So having the accountability of somebody, and you weren't ever there to like constantly chase and constantly, what's the word I'm looking for? Not constantly on my back or anything like that, because that's not what coaching is about. If you need to do it, you need to do it as a human being. And that's what I liked. But I had the accountability of having your Just Coach app, the accountability of the group, posting. I know my training meant that I couldn't always attend meetings, but when I did, it was nice to see how everybody else was getting on. And I love the videos, because you've done quite a lot of videos. And they're always really nice. And the good thing about your videos is, because they're on your Facebook page, I'm able to go back. If I'm just going, I just need to check that, or I just want a bit of a refresher, I'm able to go back to it. And that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that.
Good.
I've just enjoyed so much about it, Kelvin, to be fair. It's a really good program. I've loved every second of it. And I've learned. I did an 8-week nutrition course with you as part of it, and that just opened my eyes. I didn't realize how much I didn't know, and how much I thought I knew, and it was all wrong. To be honest.
Everybody's sort of been sideswiped by the media, and a lot of stuff that, some of it's true, but it's not really relevant to the majority of the people. Just to be clear, when you're talking about you doing your training, you're
I'm a staff trainer.
You're a staff trainer, yeah. So you're not talking about training.
Physical training. No, I'm a staff trainer. So yeah.
Okay. So why would you recommend this to somebody who might be sitting on the fence?
Why would I recommend it? For everything I've just said. I'd definitely recommend you, if somebody was sitting on the fence. You are supportive. You are there, I would say 24/7. I haven't tried messaging you at 2:00 in the morning, but your response to my messages when I need support or I have a question is so quick. Your turnaround, the support of the group as well as yourself is just absolutely amazing. And we've got like several groups. So we've got the collective, but you've also got your fat loss and nutrition group, which again, people post in. I try and post and just go, here's something I've done today, just to keep the positivity up. And that's what I like about this, is everybody is positive. There is no negativity at all. Even if I've had a really crap day, I can come to you, and it's not, you almost turn the negativity around. It's the positiveness of it. And for me, it would be, you might be sitting on the fence, but just give it a go. You'll be absolutely surprised at how much you can achieve, how much you can do, how much you can learn just by doing this for even just a short period of time.
Good, thank you. What else have we got here? So, what are the 3 main benefits you've experienced?
As in physical or from the group?
Physical,
because I could give examples of both.
Whatever comes into your mind. Physical, mental, emotional, support, group, whatever.
So the benefits for me, as sat here as a human being and noticing myself, is the weight loss, the nutrition information, and the support. And knowing that even when I'm having a really bad day and I might have just gone totally off the rails, an example of that is I've had personal circumstances that have been really, really emotional, and I've really, really struggled to cope with it. And I had to travel, and it was one of those that I didn't care if I went and had an XL double bacon cheeseburger, because I knew even if I ate that, I'd had my protein, but I could counteract any damage over the next week. So for me, that is a huge benefit of knowing that, or instead of thinking, oh, I should never have had that Burger King, I think, I've had that Burger King, I really enjoyed that. Okay, I'm just gonna have to counteract it in the next couple of days. That's fine. It's only a few calories every day.
Yeah.
So for me, that's been a huge benefit. Instead of focusing on, oh my God, I should have never had that. Oh my God, I've been naughty. It's not naughty, it's life. Yeah. So for me, one of the biggest benefits is learning the habits that knows that this is life. And the benefits of the group is the support of absolutely everybody, the knowledge from everybody. So it's not just been about the 8-week nutrition course and having our handouts and the recipes, which have been absolutely amazing, and I've tried so many, but it's the, look, this is what I've made, this is what it looks like. Because sometimes in the recipe book, it looks nothing like I cook. It never turns out like that, does it? But for somebody else to go, I've tried this and this is what it looks like, it's like, yeah, I like that, I'm going to try that now then.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So not everything we do is about weight loss.
No.
And there's other little courses and little programs within the app. And there was one that you majorly benefited from.
Oh, the sleep app. Your sleep app is absolutely amazing. I used to end up going weeks and weeks and weeks on probably 3 or 4 hours sleep, because I would wake up constantly and I'd be awake for a serious amount of time, and I really, really struggled. But I didn't realize it was necessarily down to not having a routine. And once I'd put a routine by following your app, my sleep has been amazing. I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours a night now, and that's totally unheard of. I'd never ever had that for probably about 5 or 6 years. So yeah, that was great. That app, just to realize to put a routine in place, state that I was going to go to bed at 10:30 and I do it. And occasionally, don't get me wrong, life gets in the way and you do go later, but it's having that routine. And even when I go to bed slightly later, say instead of 10:30, 11:30, midnight, I am still sleeping through. It's not that I've gone to bed late and then it knocks out of my routine or my sleep. I am still sleeping, whereas before I might be a bit nervous, or I've gone to bed late, or I've got to get up at 4:30 or whatever. It's not about that. My body, through the app and learning, has learned to have a routine, and I didn't realize routines are so important.
Yeah, that was a massive one for you, because the knock-on effect of the sleep is seen in every aspect of what you're trying to do, in sort of mood, emotional state, food, eating, what you reach for, whether you train or not, how hard you train. in terms of
Yeah.
now we are talking training as in the gym.
Yeah, not my job.
Good. What was your main concern that would have prevented you from joining?
For me, my main concern was how much I was actually going to learn and get out of it. What, for me, was it worth the money? And I know that's always a very skeptical thing, but it's a very human thing, isn't it, as well? Is, if I pay all this money, will it be worth my while? But again, even if you're on the fence, do it, because it is one of those things that you'll be surprised. Even if you've got all the knowledge, there is still things you will learn. There is still things that you will change your life. Yeah, this has changed my life. I will definitely put my hand on my heart and say this has changed my life. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for just jumping in and getting shit done. It's that's the way you get the most out of things, is just jumping in completely. And you've just taken everything like a sponge and just sucked it up and got on with it, because it's not, I mean, the group is called Fat Loss, Nutrition and Fitness, right? For business owners. But it's more than that. That's not really what it's about. The fat loss comes, but unless you look at all of it, like, it's not going to stick around.
Yeah.
And and I just see that you've grabbed it all. You've grabbed the sleep stuff. You've grabbed the de-stressing, the meditation, all of the mindset stuff, and then jump back in with your training as soon as the gym's open, and just fit it in what you can. And that's it's the best way to go, is just jump straight in and just get on with it.
I feel so much more energized. I feel like I've got so much more energy than I ever had before. Part of that will be that, exercise makes you feel great because it releases all those little, endorphins that make you feel, is it dopamines and enforcement? I'm not quite sure what they are, but, that good feel factor. And, my alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning and I go, is it 4:30? Okay. But I'm up. I'm raring to go. I'm in that gym. I'm doing 30 minutes cardio. I'm then doing my hours weight and strength session, either with a PT or alone on my own. And when I walk out that gym an hour and a half later, I feel amazing. I feel like the world could throw anything at me and I can deal with it.
Good.
And I never thought I'd feel like that.
So what was life like for you before this?
Stressful. Just eating crap and junk. And don't get me wrong, I still eat my chocolate, I still eat my crisps, I still, had a Burger King the other week. You know what I mean? I still have those things. But instead of going, I can't be asked to cook, or we'll have a takeaway, or we'll have a pizza, I go, no, we will eat. And I've now done a 4-week, as you know, but I've got a 4-week plan and we stick to it. Don't get me wrong, I might go, oh, we're due to have spaghetti bolognese tonight, and then I go, oh, I forgot to take the mince out, or we'll have that meal instead, and move them around. Mm-hmm. But literally, I'm that organised that my shopping plans are, my shopping list where I stick to. I don't buy extras. There's just so much.
What about sort of physically and emotionally? How was it before?
Emotionally, I was all over the place. My mental health wasn't that great. A lot of that could have been locked down as well, to be honest. I probably joined you right at the right stage where I needed that. Mental health was all over the place. Emotionally drained, mentally drained because of lack of sleep. How I felt about myself, my low, it will make people laugh when I say this, but I am a staff trainer. I literally stand up in front of 30, 40 delegates at a time and deliver training. And you would think that I was the most confident person when I'm doing my job. However, outside of my job, my self-esteem, my self-confidence, my body image was absolutely atrocious. You know, I avoided mirrors because I really didn't like looking at myself. It upset me to see how big I was. And my daughter used to go, "Mum, you're not fat, you're cuddly," because she knew how much it sort of affects me. So yeah, it's those little things. Whereas now I'm getting there. I will look at myself. I will take a picture of me in a mirror. I'm still a bit like, let's get the angle right. But you know,
So how
it's
is
amazing
life
how
now?
much the mindset changes.
Yeah.
And
where are you now in terms of both physical and emotional once you've...
Well, I suffer. I've got 2 prolapse discs in my back, and they will never go. They keep threatening me with surgery to try and fuse my back, and I refuse, because if it goes wrong, then there's huge complications, and I can't deal with that, and I don't want to put my family through it. But from losing the weight, from going to the gym, from upping my steps, my flexibility, the pain has reduced. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it will ever go away, but it has reduced. Like I say, my flexibility has increased, so I'm not suffering. I don't wake up in the morning and go, oh. So for me, that has been absolutely huge as well, because the whole knock-on effect to your body, that you don't actually realise how much potentially pressure and weight I've been putting through my back, my knees. And I know I've got a tear in my knee from exercise, but it doesn't stop me. Whereas previously it would.
Good. Sensibly, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was doing wall sits the other day, and I was there for about 10 seconds, and I suddenly felt the shearing pain. I went, right, stand them up. That's the end of that exercise. Next one. Whereas a lot of people would just keep going through it, but I know not to.
Yeah. Good. All right. So the difference now, sort of emotionally as well?
Emotionally, I'm so much stronger. A lot of that will be the different things I've been doing in your app. So the meditation, the de-stress, the sleep. It is surprising how much your emotions are controlled by your sleep.
Yeah.
How much your focus and is. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've had personal circumstances in the last month that have knocked me sideways emotionally. Whereas normally that would have floored me.
Yeah.
It hasn't floored me, but I know I've got it. I know that I'm dealing with those emotions, but I'm able to deal with them properly, which I wouldn't have done before. Good. So it's not just about the weight loss. It's not just about the nutrition. It's about you as a human being. It's about your mind. It's about everything. And like you say, it's nutrition, body and mind. And I don't think I realised how important that was. Yeah. So my emotions and my mental health are just amazing now. I'd rate myself. Previously, I was probably like 3, 4s, 5s, whereas now I'm probably that 8, 9, 10s. Fluctuates day to day, obviously, but I'm up there rather than down here. Good.
All right, one last question. What surprised you most or made you the happiest about the process?
Maintaining my habits. It is the simple things in life, believe it or not, that make me the happiest. And it is just realizing that drinking 1.5 litres of water a day, how much effect that has on my body. I don't get me wrong, and I probably shouldn't admit this, but I still drink copious amounts of caffeine before a certain time of day, obviously. But I still drink copious amounts of caffeine, and obviously that dehydrates, that causes a whole knock-on effect to your body. I didn't quite realise that at that point. Whereas now I know that I drink 1.5 litres of water, plain water, I still have my squash and I still have my coffee. I drink more now than I've probably ever drunk in my life. But yeah, I've got a few marks on my face at the moment because of things that's going on. But my skin's so much clearer. My body feels so much better. I gave blood a few weeks ago, and they know me really well because I've been doing it for years. And they were like, "Your blood's just pouring out of you today." And I was like, "That is that good?" They were like, "You're well hydrated." I was like, "That
Good.
yeah, it's working." It is a simple thing, Kelvin. Believe me, it's the simple things in life that you don't actually realise. Having my 7 to 8 hours sleep a night, which then the whole knock-on effect of that, my ability to focus, my concentration, my whole yeah, I'm buzzing. I am buzzing and full of energy all the time because I'm sleeping properly.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, and you have smashed it. You've done amazing, and you're still going. You've got goals. You're still working towards them, because it's not just a thing that it's not just something that you start to finish. It's a whole. It's a continuation. It's a continuation.
It is, yeah. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
This is a lifestyle. This is, this is the healthy lifestyle that I should have done 20 years ago, not left it till my 40s.
Well, you're there now and you're smashing it. And thank you, because you've been the life and soul of the group as well. You're just in there getting shit done, always joining in. So yeah.
I do try. It's no good doing something half-heartedly. You need to do it fully or don't bother. It's like, do it or go home. And I'm not going home.
What more can you say? Perfect.